moment that she asked for flowers, she doesn't want them anymore.
Cool. That settles it, men. As soon as she asks for them, she doesn't want them anymore, so don't buy them. If she's not gonna appreciate it, then why would you bother? Like, this is what a lot of women fail to understand, is men genuinely want to make you happy, but they can't read your mind. And sometimes when you're in a relationship for a long time, he's not constantly thinking about flowers 24/7. He's thinking about work. He's thinking about getting through the day. He's thinking about maybe activities you guys are going to do or plan. So yeah, sometimes in long-term relationships, you kind of need to remind the person how you like to be loved. So you should genuinely bring those gestures up and then be happy when you get them. It really isn't fair to make him constantly have to read your mind. And you should want him to do the same thing, to bring up things he wants, and you should actually do those things that he wants. Relationships don't have to be this complicated. And for the men out there, if you constantly reward stuff like this, she'll keep doing it. If she gets mad at you for doing something because she asked for it, and you are not a bad man if she has to bring stuff up sometimes. That's part of being in an adult relationship. Some men think that they're doing a bad job because she brought something up. No, it's normal.
I don't think men like women anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that men desire us women anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Us real women. I don't think that they
What?
value us like they used to. Men aren't really putting out effort.
Why should
They're not putting out any type of effort like they used to. Taking a girl on a date becomes an issue. You know, spending money on a woman is an issue. You should have your own money as a woman. Going out to do something fun is an issue. Why don't you just come over to the house and we could do something in the house? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from New York. But I see women all over the globe complain about what's happening with men nowadays. Is it women that's not making themselves desirable anymore? Because there are beautiful women out here. Beautiful women, ambitious women, caring women, nurturing women who are outside looking for love. And men that just can't keep up with that. Like,
what?
They're not communicating with them. They're not willing to hang out and do fun things.
Bro, I wouldn't like them either if I was a guy. And I don't like them either. And I'm a woman. They're annoying. They're not dating for love. They're dating for money.
This is why modern dating isn't working anymore. So I want to talk to you guys about the supply and demand of men and women and how it relates to modern dating nowadays. Social media gave rise to the sheer power of beauty in women and wealth in men. Social media is teaching women that their power completely derives of their beauty. And it's not because women are some shallow, vain creatures. It's very much because there are herds of men creating this demand with their likes and follows, not to mention their subscriptions and money that pay for a lifestyle that women are happy to be the supply for. Teaching women everywhere that this superior treatment is the new standard. So if you're not getting that type of treatment from a man, you're losing the game. So men alike now believe that their power is completely made up of how much money they can give. The relationship is transactional in both ways. Women get the money for the man, and men get their ego stroked from the women they're paying to date. So here's the warning. Dear men, if beauty is the only thing you're after, beauty is the only thing you're gonna get. If your wallet is the foundation of your relationship, well, know that you'll always and forever be replaceable to her. And dear women, if money is the only thing you're after, money is the only thing you're gonna get. So to him, you'll always and forever be replaceable for a newer and younger model. And I hope this is helpful.
That's the problem. Women are going into relationships looking for sponsors. They're not going into relationships for partnership in life. They're not going into relationships thinking about how can I add to you. And that's why I'm saying.
All I'm saying is if a woman moves in with the man, the most that may increase is a grocery bill,
you know,
everything. Lifestyle, everything
it's not
costs more.
everything. It's not even. It's not everything. It's not even about bills increasing. It's about desire. If that man wants a desire, but he's not able to yet, stop wronging that man. And also, this is another thing for my ladies. Ladies, if you chose a bus driver, if you chose an electrician, if you chose a teacher, stop letting these people on Instagram that are faking their happiness, making it look like they're oh so rich, not knowing the credit debt that they have, not knowing the struggles that they have, not knowing the way that they hate their spouse. When you have a man at home that loves you down, I get it. The nice things, they're lovely to have, but they shouldn't define who you are. And I think that's the problem. We as people get onto social media and we start seeing, oh my God, I wish I could this. Oh my God, look at they're doing that. Stop comparing yourself. Comparison is truly the thief of all joy, or it's a beautiful motivator. And if you're looking at something and measuring yourself in a lack, stop following them. Stop looking at things that don't make you feel good. Stop watching the things that make your heart feel like you're not enough or your partner's not enough. Because I promise you, a good man is hard to find. There is nothing out here in these streets.
Let me tell you a little secret about women. It's gonna blow your mind. Women, dramatic pause, want to be approached by men. Yup, you heard me right, but what's the proof? Do you really think that women spend all this time styling their hair, picking out the best outfit, the precision behind the perfect makeup? Don't even let me start on these shoes. For what? To not be talked to by men? And to the fellow feminists, yes, fashion and makeup as a hobby for yourself, sure. But you can't tell me that life isn't much more fun or easily lived without men's affection or attention. This is a symbiotic relationship I'm talking about here, people. No hierarchies here. Men want to be in a woman's company, and women want to have fun with the company they keep. So let's make each other's day, or night, shall we? All I'm saying is men don't let another pretty woman pass you by. Could make her day. So follow to learn how, or book yourself a call today.
This is why I tell you men, you have to be extremely careful who you give your semen to, because some of these women will set you back for generations. That is a sickness. And this is why I always tell you men, hold these women accountable. Do you see how it's their body, their choice, their baby? They want it to be theirs, but then they want help when it comes to financial provision. The baby's yours. Your body's yours. The choice was yours. But my money is ours? Let me run that back for you. Hold up. Because I'm cooking with grease here. Hold up. Your body's yours. The baby's yours. The choice is yours. But the money, the financial part is ours. Be for real, fellas. Never in life deal with.
Let's talk about those lies we keep telling ourselves. You know, the ones when you're single and you tell yourself a lie like, there are no good men left. Well, girl, they're everywhere. You're just looking in the wrong places with the wrong mindset, probably. Lie number 2, I'm too busy for dating. Oh, really? But somehow you're not too busy for 6 hours of TikTok and stalking your ex's new girlfriend? Lie number 3, I have high standards. No, honey, you have walls. That's a big difference. Standards help you choose the right person. Walls keep everyone out. Lie number 4, the right man will accept me for who I am. Well, no, if you are a spoiled, entitled princess, no quality man will. So self-improvement isn't optional here. Lie number 5, I'm fine being single. Well, you're fine until you see a cute couple at brunch and you spiral down for days. So let's just be realistic. Here's the truth. Being honest with yourself is the first step to finding love. Stop lying to yourself, start getting real, and follow for more dating truths that will make you feel called out, but you'll make progress. Follow for more.
Yo guys, as somebody who's been single for 8 years, literally my whole 20s, I'm gonna say this. I feel like I'm in a place where I'm so confident and in love with myself and what I believe in and how I portray myself. When it comes down to dating, like, I just don't want to settle. I just can't do it. I think I'm in that point where I have such high expectations about who I want to be with. And I know the next person I'm going to be with is someone I know I'm going to marry. So I'm just not in a rush to date someone just to date. I feel like a lot of people who are my age, who are about to turn 30, there's like a lot of pressure. Like, oh my God, I need to get a relationship right now. Like, I need to settle down. Like, I need to have kids soon, like all this stuff. And like, listen, we're in the age. Like, it isn't the 90s anymore. Like, you really got to make sure you settle down with the right person. You know who's actually you're going to settle down with and be with and be long term with, because that person can really dictate the rest of your life, the rest of your 30s, and you know, wherever comes ahead. So yeah, guys, just lock in. Lock in on yourself. Take your time to really love yourself and really understand like who you are and what you can offer someone, and you know what you actually need in a relationship. So that's where I'm at. I'm about to turn 30 in a few months, and like I feel very blessed and very happy to be where I am today. So love.
And Sarah said it. A lot of these modern women are going into relationships looking for a sponsor, and men, they have caught on to say, in the very least, I know what you're up to. And a lot of men now are calling it out even before they get on a date. They're calling out even before they get there. And women are upset that a man is saying, no, I don't think I want to spend my money, $400 or $500. I don't think I want to spend $200, $300. Oh, well, you can't get out of anywhere or go anywhere and do anything meaningful without spending at least $100. You have to understand that I'm wasting my money. And so you're saying, well, it's bare minimum right here. You can get it on at the lowest price. If it was like $20, then maybe. But I'm not about to be spending $100, $150 on stupidity.
Women want men with money because women don't have the same opportunities as men have to get money. As women, they I want a man that provide and do all this, have the money, because women don't have the same opportunities as men to get the millions. When you look at the WNBA and the NBA, they don't get the money as the NBA. We look down on them, but in reality, they can't be at the same social status as us and get the billions. And that's why they look at us to provide. But then as men, we damn, just don't be no bum. Carry some weight. Women have a certain thing they can bring to the table. They bring that to the table. I'm not mad taking care of a woman. Bring some value to me, uplift me. You giving me confidence to go to a higher level. But the women got to learn that what you can bring to me don't have to cost money. As long as you bring that to me, build my confidence, have me gas. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of men today, they're not afraid to approach women, but they are tired of the modern dating environment. And society keeps asking, why don't men approach anymore? But almost nobody asks the real question. What happened that made men stop trying in the first place? Because for many men today, approaching women no longer feels exciting. It feels emotionally risky, exhausting, and just sometimes really not even worth it. So let's talk about the real psychological reasons this is happening. And I've broken it down in a few parts here. So the first part, men are just tired of disrespect. Most men can handle rejection. Men deal with rejection all the time as a part of life. But the real issue is disrespect. A lot of men feel that modern dating culture treats them like a problem before they even speak.
The worst thing a woman can do, statistically speaking, is to get married to a man.
Let's double check.
Married women do not live as long as single women.
The opposite is actually true. Large-scale longitudinal data shows that married women past 65 live about 2 years longer than unmarried women. The same goes for men.
They do not earn as much money as single women.
This blames marriage for what is actually a motherhood gap. Married women who don't have children actually make 2% more than unmarried women without children.
They are not as happy as single women.
This claim actually comes from a famous book that misread its own data. 40 years of GSS data show a 30-point happiness premium favoring married couples over single women and men. My goal here isn't to criticize women or men who are choosing to stay single, but as someone trying to build a community around how men can be better partners, please don't feel shame if you want to find happiness in marriage.
All women are open to other men who she believes would be a better choice. All women are always looking at all times. Just like your phone is always scanning for a Wi-Fi signal, women are always scanning. Always, 100%. Doesn't matter if this past Wednesday she gave you a Valentine's Day card, made you a steak, gave you a beach. Doesn't matter. She could break up with you today, and you're going to say, well, but just 2 days ago we had Valentine's Day, and I took you away for a weekend last weekend to a bed and breakfast. Like the wind, man. Like the wind and the weather. Scanning like Wi-Fi for a better signal. Every last one. Put the mechanisms in place where you are not shell-shocked and broadsided and blindsided.
I hate when women get online and tell other women, don't care about these men, act like you don't have any feelings, don't have any emotions, don't show anything. What are you talking about? We are women. We can show that we have feelings. That's not a crime. That's not weakness. We're supposed to be loving, nurturing, feminine. Like, y'all act like it's something wrong with being weak at the knees. How I could be weak at the knees, so what? I'm sad. And I can express that I'm sad. I'm not a man. Y'all really be having pissing contests with men. Oh, we don't care just like the men. I ain't no man. And I don't compete with men. I don't know what happened, the shift, but I don't like it. Sometimes my chest be hurting, my head, my heart is aching. And that's okay for me to express that.
Here's exactly why men should never marry or have children with today's modern women. And just like all women do, she made it all about her. And she weaponized her children as well by putting them in the video. Also, she can get clicks, likes, and validation from complete strangers on the internet that she so desperately needs by disrespecting her marriage and her husband. Hopefully he sees this in her for who she is and gets a lawyer, because trust me, she's already planning her escape.
This is actually something so frustrating to men because they hold themselves back from approaching women since they've been told time and time again that women don't want to be approached. But then here's these women wondering why men aren't approaching them while they're looking like they are having the worst time ever. Which is so frustrating because it feels like a game and meeting new people is tough enough. Especially when you don't want this to be the thing that's eliminating potentially good partners. I mean, there's already enough crazies out there, which is why I always recommend to men to do a public data check on a trusted website like publicdatacheck.com before pursuing.
What would you do without men? Tell me.
Women don't need men anymore, hot take. And I love the content surrounding this and how marriage benefits men more than women now in this day and age. I saw a comment and it said, if marriage benefited women, they would have taken it away from us by now.
Honey, you are freaking deluded. Men do everything. Men do everything. Yeah, okay, you have your cute little job and you make your money and you come home and you have a nice little apartment. They fix everything. They build everything. They shield you from harm ultimately on a large scale and on a small scale. What would you do without men?
It says a lot when a man is at peace and that said woman is no longer a part of his life. When a man reaches a point where he is calm and unbothered and distant from that woman, because that kind of peace does not happen overnight. Believe me, that's a man that went through frustrations, conversations, and effort. And then something in him shifted, and this is what women miss. When a man gets to that place, it is no longer anger, it's detachment. So now the things that used to matter to him does not hit the same. The arguing, the emotions, the tears, even the effort, it does not move him like it used to. Because mentally, he has already created distance. And once a man finds peace without you, he never will feel the need to go back to what disrupted it. And this is what women gotta understand. When a man feels better without you, it is over. He will never come back, no matter what you do. If you are a man that's currently in this state, bravo, my brother. I am so happy that you chose you.
There has been no man that I have met who I felt like could give me what I wanted out of life and would be in addition to the life that I've built for myself. And that is such a peaceful place to have gotten to.
Is that a cat? I think that's a cat behind her. A cat or a dog? Anyways, what are you guys looking for? What specifically are you guys looking for? Because a lot of times I see women come on the internet and they go, oh, I've built this life for myself. I can do all this for myself. And I need a man who can give me something different than that. He can't be doing all the stuff that I can do for myself because I can already do that, right? So what are you guys looking for in addition to what you've already built or what you can do for yourself? Because I can't think of anything that you guys, I don't even think you guys know what it is that you're looking for. You just say that because it's easy to say, but you guys don't truly know what you want.
I can't tell if women are saying they are the table because they really believe that, or they really just don't know what to bring to the table. But what I was taught a woman is supposed to bring to the table is, number one, respect. Number two, an open mind. Number three, the ability to be taught and to be led. Number three, assistance, support. Number four, a good attitude. Be happy, be loving, be warm, be vulnerable. Okay? And then you're supposed to bring questions if you have them. Okay? Be authentic, be selfless, be ready to give. Okay? Don't be looking for what you could take. Give as much as you can as a woman. Okay? And then everything that you gather from all of that, teach it to your children. Be prepared to teach those kids. Somebody once said to me, don't have children if you're not prepared to teach them what you've learned. That hit deep for me.
I have so much trauma regarding men that... Okay, so this is why we don't speak on these things, because men are so quick to start this bullshit. Like, why can't you just listen? Why bring me somewhere and set me up and then ask me to speak on something if you don't really want to listen to what I have to say?
It's never a straightforward answer. It's always a fucking curveball.
I'm trying to give you my answer.
It's always a curveball, Crystal. It's always that.
And I think she's right. When a man finds peace without you, it's over. Essentially, he's gotten tired of the disrespect. Because that's one woman said something to the effect of, I think if a man says he wants you to, he values respect over love, that's very telling. Because if I love you, then I'm going to respect you. Bingo. That lets me know that you should not be in a relationship because you don't truly understand respect. And that's why y'all be in relationships disrespecting men and then saying, oh, well, I still love you, so that should matter. And respect, what is that? Love conquers all type stupidity. And then that man just stopped talking to you. And then you're on the internet, on TikTok and on Oprah trying to figure out why that man ain't trying to be with you no more.
Do you really believe that people's past really matters?
Yes.
Yeah.
It matters so much.
Because you said Brock was outside in these streets.
He's a man and it's different. We as women, it is an exclusivity club. If anybody could get in, if anybody could have it, why would someone else want it? All of these men could get it and nobody gave you commitment?
Feel me?
That's crazy. Like, you didn't get not one 5-star rating.
And now I gotta take you serious.
And now I'm the one? But I got all these options over here, but you expect me to choose you? And you a 1 and 2 star? Ain't no way. There's a reason why people value the higher esteemed, highly valued, highly seen things like Rolexes and Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces. It's because it's harder to get, not just because of the money, but also because of the credit. The past history matters in what you can get now and in the future. So it matters how many people you are sleeping with. It matters if you've been ran through to a man of substance, because if anybody could get it, I've been screaming it from the rooftops. Almost every episode we're talking about promiscuity and how it destroys the value of a woman. It destroys a wife value. The way that men look at you. Are they going to take you serious? Are you in the fun box? And this is the thing. Men will look at you. Men tell me if I'm right or wrong. And within 15 to 30 minutes, they know whether you are the fun girl or a girl that you might take serious.
100%.
Do you know why dating is unfair for men and not for women? Because men have to earn love. Women don't. Women can just show up and there will always be someone to love them. But a man, he has to be confident. He has to have money. He has to have status. He has to have worked on himself. He has to whatever, because a man who is fat, who has no money, who has no status, who has no self-control, will not be loved by anyone except maybe his parents, but that's it. No one else will care about him. So women out there saying that dating is harder for women, where? It is so not harder for women. The worst kind of woman will find love, but a man has to be exceptional in so many ways in order to just have one person care about him.
What do toxic women do to test men?
To be honest, I don't respect women who do this. And whoever is listening, if you're doing this, you really need to seek help, because this is not normal behavior. Women who go out with their men and then do things to get the man jealous on purpose. It's like disrespectful to the man, to his lineage, to his masculinity. You're literally demasculating the man, and you're cheap. That's all I can say for the woman. You're cheap. You can test him in so many ways. That's not a way to test a man. I hope every man fails that test, because he's not meant to be with that woman.
I have a question for men in their 30s and 40s who like to date older women. I am 49. and I matched with this guy on a dating app who's 42, and he says he likes dating older women. And I feel like I am extremely affected by society, and that the older I get, and like when my appearance changes, I feel like I have less and less value. Like, I get that I'm cute, but I'm less cute than I was 10 years ago. Well, I'm actually cuter now, but I have wrinkles on my face. Somehow I am better looking than I was when I was younger, but I still have like wrinkles, my teeth aren't as white, my body is like, I'm fit, but it just has these weird lumps and wrinkles that it didn't used to have, and like my chest is kind of like up from the sun. Anyway, my question is for guys that say they like to date older women, how is it that you have not been affected by society? Like, because I feel like for me, it's like programmed into my brain that I have less value and that I'm not as cute. And even when I see other women, like when I see older women, I think older women aren't as cute as younger women. Like, it's just an automatic judgment that I have. So how am I to believe that some men don't have that? Like, they were raised in the same exact society as me, as everyone else, you know, affected like by the commercials and what they see in Hollywood. And how are they able to? I just don't see how this guy who says that he thinks I'm cute and is happy actually that I'm 7 years older than him, how he would look at me and be happy that I have older skin. I mean, I get that I have other qualities, like I'm wiser, I have less drama, probably, I make more money. But I just don't see how he's not gonna look at me and wish that I was younger. I don't get it. Explain it to me, please.
Men who already act as providers will find women who turn into wives. Let me say that again. Men who act already like a provider will find women who will turn into wives. Why is this important? We have to provide for ourselves right now. Women, as women, we have to provide for ourselves. If we don't have a man, we have to do that, which means we're not going to be as nurturing. We might be working so late that we want takeout, and we might not be practicing cooking skills because we have to pay our own bills and provide for ourselves like a man, which means that just like you, my guy, going to the bar afterwards to order a steak and whatever, a beer, we want to do the same, right? We want to come home and not have to cook for ourselves. Not every woman, especially hyper independent women who are out there working their cheeks off, will be going home to do that, right? We need a man to go out to provide for us so that we can work on these skills. Because it's not like I can't cook or bake. Am I someone who I would put myself in front of a mixer and be like, I will bake the best chocolate cake ever? No. Can I read instructions and know how to do it? Yeah, duh, like everyone else. But like, I'm not going to be practicing that when the most important thing to me right now is to provide for myself until I meet a husband. Like, I genuinely feel like even in dating, men lead. If they are first providers, they will lead a wife who, I said it before that, they will lead a woman who wants to be a wife. I promise you, I promise.
Harsh truth about women.
Just remember that broke women want men to take care of them because they can't take care of themselves. Remember that newly found religious women have just finished their hoe phase and now they want to settle down and use their manipulation through religion to control you. Insecure women want men that they can control, manipulate, and use. Broke women are always the loudest about men that can't provide because they cannot provide for themselves. Women who want nothing in a relationship lack ambition, which means she will like every single one of your dreams or ideas that you've ever had. Remember that women that want control, if you have children with them, will also control you through your children. A wounded woman is a woman looking for a father figure because she grew up either with a dad or fatherless. A woman who never respects you will always cheat on you, and there is no exception to this rule.
Women that believe that men cannot bring peace, it's because they cannot bring peace themselves. So it actually makes them anxiety driven and insecure about their abilities to bring you peace. So she'll likely bring you chaos.
Do all men think kindness is flirting? Oh my God.
Now I know what I'm about to say is going to be a truly radical idea, and there will be some out there that really do have difficulty wrapping their minds around this concept. But it is still not all men, imagine. However, I will say in this case, there are some men out there who unfortunately do tend to mistake kindness for flirting. But if a person is wondering how that could possibly be, how could a man mistake simple kindness or politeness or even a compliment for flirting? Well, the reason is actually very simple, if a person just takes a moment to think about it. How often do you think a man, outside of his immediate family, receives any sort of kindness or any kind of compliment at all from a woman who ultimately, well, doesn't want something?
Y'all, dating in 2026 is freaking weird. People have the delusion of all these options. Everyone has like decision paralysis. It's like opening Netflix with 10,000 options, and instead of picking something and enjoying it, you just sit there and scroll for 45 minutes convincing yourself that there's something better. And then you watch nothing. And it's so weird because I'll plan out a date and everything, and then the woman doesn't even commit because she has so many other options. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's mind-blowing, y'all. And it's like the second something feels slightly inconvenient or not perfect, people just go back to the apps thinking they can upgrade instead of actually building something. And then everyone wonders why dating feels empty, because you can't build depth, because you're always looking for the next option. And somehow everyone's connected, but no one's actually choosing each other. So if you got a good one, lock it in. Don't be an archhard and f*** it up. I don't know, man. Am I alone on this, or do y'all feel the same way? Let me know.
What percentage of men do you think are over 6 feet going around the table?
50%.
50%. Okay.
20.
Yep. What percentage of men make at least $1 million a year?
20.
20%?
10%.
10%? What percentage of men do you find attractive?
20. 10. 1%.
What percentage of men have yachts?
5.
I think there was a woman talking about there are some women out there, it's kind of toxic, and she said, I don't condone this, but I know that there's some women out there that they like to go out and do things to get their man jealous. I don't condone it, but that's what they're doing. And that, I guess that's the stuff that they like to do. I think it gives them a rise. It turns them on, right? It's something that arouses them. And so it's like, oh, he's really obsessed with me. He's really possessive of me. And knowing that or seeing that, they feel like, oh, that's a primal, that's a manly, that's a masculine thing. And I really like that. I'm going to jump on him when I get home. The problem with that is, in order to reach that level, because at some point in time, he's going to start responding to that. But in order to really reach that level, she's going to have to do more. Right. So whereas I was showing a little skin and I saw a man looking and staring at me, now I'm showing a lot more skin. Or now I'm actually putting my hands on another man. And now another man is actually putting his hands on me. And now another man is actually putting his hand around my waist and all down my back and grabbing stuff and squeezing stuff and then pulling me close and acting like he about to kiss me. And I stop short and slap him and he looking like, what's going on? But I already got what I needed. And then we get to kissing and rubbing and hugging and all that other stuff. It's going to happen. They got a name for a man like that allows that type of stuff.
I keep telling you ladies that men are no longer falling for this. They are not buying a bunch of drinks for women that they do not know, that you would probably just take from them and walk away, not even hold a conversation for it. And then on top of that, not only do they know that you're not going to appreciate it because you're literally not giving anything back to them, but they know how you end up viewing them for it. You are just trying to get a drink from them and nothing else. You're not being genuine, and they are not falling for that. And it's so funny to me because ladies today, it's almost like you all are trying to compensate and make up for feeling used by men in the past. So you turn around and try to use them for their money, but then it doesn't work, which is really good that it doesn't work anymore, because what are we all doing out here just trying to use each other? We're trying to make things transactional when it shouldn't be that way. So buy your own drinks, ladies, and walk up to that man that you are actually attracted to and interested in having a conversation with.
That's simping. Plain and simple.
Do women's delusional expectations require men to set delusional goals?
Yeah. And that's because we got delusional men around here that do delusional with these women. That don't make no sense because they emasculated and simped up. And they think that's how that's going to get the woman. Then when the woman don't cooperate, they want to beat her up. You know how these emasculated men get down, man? Come on.
Should we be blaming simps for women's bad behavior?
I told you this last interview, champ. Yes, they are poison to the planet. If you a simp, you are poison to the planet. You are poison to the woman, because what you doing is you creating another Jezebel for a man to have to operate with. Cause she gonna leave your simp ass because you emasculated. She don't want to be with no woman. She really want to be with a man, but she f***ing with you because you be doing little. But then when she went into another man that's not no simp, that's gonna teach her about accountability and how to be a virtuous woman, he gonna be dealing with a ticking time bomb because some simp ass nigga done spilled the poison through her blood. They like venomous snakes, man. They don't even need to have women. They need to go through a whole structural course, a non-beta male course. And that'll heal a lot of these females. I'm trying to keep it real with you, man. Tricks make the world go round. Only get that money because of simp.
Didn't women
after 25 start wanting big ticket items that men can't afford and don't want to invest in. So this is why men say that women hit the wall after 25, because after 25, women start to want to settle down. They want to start to get a house in the suburbs. They want to start getting luxury vehicles. They want to start settling down, getting married, maybe starting to have kids at a certain point, or at least looking to it. And up until the age of 25, men can't really impress women with their finances if they're close to the same age. So if you're dating a 25-year-old and you're a 25-year-old, how's he supposed to impress you when you're ready to move to the suburbs, retire, and start having babies when he's barely entering into his career making 4 or 5 figures? So they tend to want to date younger because they can afford younger. And instead of, finding other streams of income or ways to make more money, they just tell the woman that they're not all that after the age of 25 because they can't afford them after the age of 25, and they cannot impress them after the age of 25 like an older man can. Because once a woman gets 25, she can literally date pretty much a 45-year-old, a 50-year-old, and get all bills paid, be on vacation, shopping and sipping while this dude is still in the bars picking up 20-year-olds and impressing her by taking her to the movies. So it's very different. When it comes to women, we have a biological clock, and therefore we're trying to move along ahead faster than these men are and faster than their pockets are able to. Okay?
I don't know who needs to hear this, but let's stop normalizing hating men. The hypocrisy of feminism is insane. Women want men to pay for dates, but still bash men for not doing enough. Women want men to protect, provide, and pursue, but then mock masculinity and call those same qualities toxic when it doesn't benefit them. They want men to lead, but they don't want to submit. They expect traditional men while rejecting traditional values. Majority of women, including those who portray a trad wife lifestyle, are not actually traditional.
Only 18% of Gen Z women believe a wife should always obey her husband. So what that means is nearly half of young women say they want to be traditional wives, but when asked whether a wife should actually obey her husband, barely any of them agree. They want the label, the lifestyle, and the benefits of traditional marriage, but not the hierarchy that historically defines it.
You can't constantly shame men, then wonder where all the good men are. Respect in your relationship is so important because without respect, resentment starts to build. This is something a lot of women don't seem to understand understand, but respect isn't conditional, it's foundational. It isn't, if he does these things for me, then I'll respect him. You respect him because you chose to marry him, so you have to trust his discernment while understanding that you didn't marry someone perfect. You're not perfect, and neither is he. This is why having grace and growing together is so important, and why you need Jesus at the center of your marriage. If you want to start taking your faith seriously and actually stick to your goals, whether it's prayer, fasting, or reading the Bible every day, then click the link in my bio and download the Refiner's Fire app.
Now, you hear a lot about unrealistic beauty standards, but you don't hear nearly enough about the unrealistic personality standards that women have to live up to.
Bingo.
Every time you turn on the TV, you see women in films reacting stoically, controlling emotions, staying calm in high-pressure situations.
Doing math?
Giving men the false impression that this is somehow what they should be expecting from a woman's personality.
Whether that's Kristen Ritter not wanting to talk about her feelings in Jessica Jones, or Charlize Theron's short, concise, data-driven answers to questions in Mad Max, I don't think these filmmakers realize or care about the harm they are doing by asking women to live up to those unattainable, emotional, and storytelling ideals.
I had a friend come up to me recently complaining that his date took forever to get ready. They missed the previews. Then she started crying as if this is some abnormal event. I had to grab the guy and say, Dave, I don't know what you saw in Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, but this is what a woman looks like without having her personality airbrushed by Hollywood.
That's why I so much appreciate what they are doing on The View.
Yes.
Personality, positivity, showing what a real woman looks like completely unshackled from whether statistics or evidence even remotely lines up with the points they are making.
I want to also applaud the makers of The View for just putting their raw, undesirable personalities out there, flaws and all, so men can see a realistic depiction of what to expect from a woman.
To the women who liked to date men, and only women who like to date men only, this message is for you. If you are not a woman who enjoys or wants to date a man, then keep on scrolling. My rent is $6,000. My nails, $150. My hair, $300 minimum. All right, my facials, at least $200, $250. So I pay for all this myself. I do not expect a man to take care of this for me because he is my partner, not my father. All right? I think the men have left now. Ladies, when a man invites you over to his apartment or his house for the first time, please rob him. Please understand that this man wants you to rob him.
This is why I say women hate other women. And this is why you don't take advice from a lot of these women that you see online. Because what she's telling other women to do is to rob somebody so they can go to jail. God forbid, if he ever had camera of you stealing, you're fucked. I'm telling you, women hate women. They do. Because then you wouldn't give some dumb advice like that.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this, and it's going to annoy some people, but it's true. Okay? If you claim to be attracted to women, but you don't go down, or like you're one of those guys who's like, oh, I really, that's quite intimate. I really only do that with girlfriends. Or just like, oh, I'm not like into the taste, you know, it's a bit rank. It's a bit fishy. Yeah. You just don't really like women as much as you claim to. My kind, lesbians, we go down like it is our life's purpose. Dig deep into what it is you're into, because I would suggest it's not women at all.
Men live much more difficult lives than women, right? Women live a little easier, have an easier route. But men are the ones who create that easy route for women. Men are the reason we're able to live. So how does a woman make a man's life easier? That's the question. That's the discussion. Let's talk about it.
Where are the men who are looking for a wife? Like, no sneaky link, no casual dating, blah, 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 blah. Where's the men that want a wife, that want to be married, that want to be in a partnership?
God damn it! You can't make this up!
I think that ship done sell, shorty. You can thank your sisters for that, even if it's not you personally. This womanhood, this whole feminist movement and lack thereof, y'all the whole game up. So dudes opt out.
You ain't lying. In a room of 300 men, how many of them would you think find you attractive? Any number y'all want to give?
Out of 100?
300.
300.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
I don't know. Unless they got money.
If you don't shut the f- up, ain't nobody about to spend no money on you. I got a 10-piece combo and a large soda. What's cracking? You talking about we can get it going? I got a box of Little Debbie. Nigga ain't finna spend no money on you. Be grateful a nigga even looking your way. Fuck you talking about?
These modern women, and I'm sure she's a lovely lady. I'm sure she is. Relatively beautiful woman. Relatively, I'd say. Talking about men who already act like providers to find women who want to be wives. Right? Essentially her argument is, and I understand where she's coming from. If I'm working like you're working, I'm not going to be practicing cooking. I'm going to be working, especially to survive and all that stuff. So when I get home and I have takeout and I don't have a meal or whatever, then you understand why. I just don't really have a lot of time. And I get that argument, right? But you're going to come home from work with your car on E. And as the protector and the provider of the house, which is what you're requiring the man to do in B, it doesn't matter if it's 11 or 12 and that man is laid out. He's completely exhausted. He's going to have to get up, run down to the station and fill your car up with gas. Oh, that ain't going to take too long. That's going to take maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, that's what you say when you laying there doing nothing. That's probably going to take 15, 20 minutes. Got to get up. I don't even know how you might live in an apartment complex. You might live in a neighborhood. Sometimes it does take a little while to get out of those neighborhoods, right? If you have this man that's providing you this sort of lifestyle, especially living in the suburb, some of the time it does take a little bit to get out that neighborhood, right? 5, 6, 7 minutes. I'm not joking. That's already 5 minutes. That's already 7 minutes right there. It's going to take you another 5, 7 minutes to get back in. Now you're looking at 14. Might take you maybe 5 minutes to put gas in the car, right? Can you get me a little something from the store? And he has to do that instead of going and doing a job and go home. So he done already spent 20, 25 minutes. What can you do in that time? Throw something in shoot, if you wanted to, you can actually make a whole meal in that time. It might not be perfect, but you can do it. If you have an air fryer, you throw some chicken or something like that in the air fryer. It'll be done or just about done when he gets home. If you have one of those steamable vegetable packets, that only takes like 6 minutes. You'll have that done even before he gets out of the neighborhood. And you do that again, maybe you have some broccoli and then maybe you have some corn. That's 12 minutes right there. And he hadn't even made it back yet. Most of the time is going to be spent on the chicken. And if you don't want to wait on the air fryer, I only say the air fryer because, it takes less mental time. But if you don't want to wait on the air fryer, you probably cook that chicken in probably 5 minutes. Get that pan hot. You can do a seasoning mix and then throw that chicken in there. Simple. You beat and made him a meal right then and there. But y'all don't want to do that because y'all sit up here and make excuses like, oh, well, I'm tired, so I can't. He don't have that option. He don't have that luxury. He's still got to take care of his responsibilities, regardless of how tired he is, regardless if he's working.